Hi guys, how you guys doing? And I hope you guys are well. Um, my name is Ray. I believe you guys should know me by now because if you're watching this video, I'm making this video for my followers because a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about the People's Pilot EAs, my settings, how I use it, and also a lot of you guys have been buying this EA because I've been talking about it. And couple days ago, somebody sent me a message. Malik sent me a message because somebody bought the EA and the person said, I'm buying this EA because FS Professor talk about you so well and he's also using the EA and I trust FS Professor so well. Anything that he says, is 100%. And that made me feel some type of way because I'm that type of person that I like to give value. And when talk about something, I I must have used that thing or I must have maybe I know someone using it that is close to me, but most of the time I must have used it myself. And so when this person said that because the guy said FS Professor don't bullshit, and that made me feel like okay, a lot of you guys are actually buying this thing because of me. And I would not like a situation whereby, and he came back to me and said, are you going to help me set up the EA? I'm like, it's not my job to help you set up the EA, but because you bought it here because of me, and I know a lot of people bought it because of me. What I'm gonna do is this: I'm gonna make a video to show you guys how I set it up, how I use the EA, and also just how I mix the EA with manual trading, the strategy that I use, and also because for me personally, the EA has been the most profitable EA that I have used. Sorry, I'm not saying it's the best EA in the entire world, but I'm saying it is the most profitable EA that I have ever used. And as you guys know, I'm a manual trader. I trade 100% manually, and but also I'm a businessman. I like to make money trading manual, and also I like to have something making money for me passively. You understand? So as I'm making money trading manually, I want to have something, no matter how little. I'm not greedy, and you guys also know that I've said it plenty of times that my greatest strength as a trader is my ability to manage my risk effectively. So no matter how little I make from the EA, it doesn't matter as long as money is money, profit is profit. So I like something to be making money for me passively as well. And the way I've done it, like I have some sign bills that I put on EA. For example, I have this 100K account on FTMO that I said, okay, this particular 100K account is going to be paying for my holiday, like whenever I want to go on holiday. So in my head, I know I don't have to touch my money when I'm trading manually, but I have another account that I put on EA that is making money for me that I can use uh, to travel on holiday. When I want to go somewhere, maybe I want to travel to South Africa or wherever. So and I have another account that I'm working on at the moment. It's another FTMO account. That particular FTMO account, I want to also put it on another bill. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. So anyway, so that's how I look at it. That's so I like to make money passively as well while I'm trading 100% manually. So and it's been working for me. So the purpose of this video is for me to um help you guys really hear how I use it, and also because I like the EA. Okay, I know not everybody's gonna like the EA. Okay, like I said, I'm not saying it's the best EA in the world, but I use this EA perfectly well. Okay, I use it perfectly well. So now, the EA is called a Pips Pilot. If you want to get it, you can get it from Malik. The link to the EA is going to be in the description below. And so, and for you guys that are new, probably watching this video for the first time, I've been working with Malik for over a year now, and he's very reliable, and for me to talk about someone on my Instagram, it means I've worked with you and I trust you. I have mentioned quite a few people. I don't mention a lot of people on my Instagram. I've mentioned quite a few people on my Instagram. People like Andre, people that I know, people like Doctor Mr. Peak, and some other traders like that. So if I talk about you, it means maybe I've worked with you before and I like the way you handle business and I trust you. So I would also like to share you with other people on my Instagram so that they can also benefit. So that is how Malik comes. So a lot of people who have benefited from Malik, from the EA, from passing challenge. Um, he helps people to pass challenges as well. So yeah, if you want to get an EA, the link to his channel is gonna be in my description, so you can get an EA from him. So with that being said, let's. So what I'm gonna be doing today, I have not planned anything, so I'm just gonna be going through this video as it comes to my head. Okay, so I'm not organized like that. Anyway, so how do we start? So if you are First of all, you guys need to know, for some of you guys that are new, completely new to using EA, EA is also known as expert advisor. Okay, some people call it EA expert advisors or robot. And before I start, I also want to manage you guys' expectation because I've dealt with a lot of people in the forex space, and a lot of people do not come to the forex space. Let me say the financial world, they do not approach the financial world with realistic expectation. And I don't blame them. That's because of what they see on social media, their mentors, the lifestyle they see, and they feel like they want to replicate the same amount of success their mentor um, has made over the years, but they do not understand it took time. It's a process. So when people then see or hear about EA, they think it's the holy grail because it's called EA, it's called robot. And because of the name robot, people think because it's robot, then we can just leave it and let it do whatever I want to do. They do not come with realistic expectations. So I need you guys to understand one thing. Because something is robot does not necessarily mean you can just let it do whatever it wants to do. I believe robots still need human intervention. The only reason I've been able to use my EA very well it's not because I let it do whatever it wants to do. I also apply human intervention. I also I check the charts. I manage my risk effectively. I don't run the EA 247. I switch it off before fundamentals. When I've made enough profit, I'm comfortable with the profit. I switch off my EA because the forex market is dynamic. It changes all the time. Sometimes something might happen in a country and you're not aware of it. It might affect the move in the market. And because you have a robot on, robot doesn't know what's going on in the world. They are programs, okay? They are programs written, they are codes written for it to perform specific tasks in the market. So robots don't have emotions. They don't know what's going on. They're only going to execute what has been written, what has been programmed for them to do. So you need to understand that. So let's say you switch on you switch on a robot and it is buying, and for example, something happened maybe in Russia, and the robot wouldn't know. It's just gonna continue to buy, and maybe that fundamentals or whatever happened is negative on US dollar, whatever add-on. I'm just saying. Then it's gonna affect robot. It's not gonna make money, and you're gonna be in big loss or drawdown. So it is very important for you guys to understand that because this thing is robot does not mean it's 100% perfect. Nothing is perfect in the financial space. And I'm saying financial space because in under financial space, we have the forex market, we have the crypto market, we have the stock market, and nothing is certain. Okay, anything is possible. And also, I need you guys to understand that as long as you're trading in the financial market, you need to understand the business you're in. So, if I ask you today, what business are you in? A lot of you guys are going to say, I'm in the business of buying and selling. But no, you're not in the business of buying and selling. You're in the business of risk management. Okay, the most important thing for you to do is to make sure you manage your risk effectively. That is your only job. Okay, now, so if you can manage your risk effectively, I believe you're going to be fine. But a lot of people are greedy. Like I said, they want to replicate the same amount of success they've seen other people make. So they want to get rich overnight. It's not possible. So it's a process, okay? So one thing I need you guys to come with realistic expectations. You guys need to watch your risk management. And also, you guys needs to understand that the forex market is dynamic. It changes all the time. Okay, it's constantly changing. The same way you're trading manually, and something happens, you're buying. The technical analysis is right, but market is selling, and you'll be like, "But yeah, I followed the right step. I did the right thing. What happened?" We don't know. So you might have the best analysis technically and still lose a trade. And you might have the worst analysis and still win a trade. So it goes like that even with robots. So you need to understand, even with robot, you have to be realistic with it. You have to apply human intervention and you have to come with a clear mind. It's not a get rich quicker scheme. Okay. But one thing I know for sure, this year, the reason why I said it has been the most profitable EA that I've ever used because I've used it for quite a while. And even before the pilot EA, I also used another EA with the same strategy with Pips Pilot. I don't mind. I'm going to mention the name and where I got it from. I got it from Excel. Excel. If you go on YouTube, you're going to find the Excel. Um, it's using the same strategy as as Pips Pilot, and I remember quite very well. I bought the EA for $1,000 like 2 years ago or so, and Pips Pilot is not up to that. I think Pips Pilot is about 450 or 500. So and they using the same strategy. So when I bought the EA, I was just like everybody else. I was using it. I did not have realistic expectations. I was just using it anyhow, and I was constantly losing. Not until I met a guy, and I'm not gonna mention his name because I'm sure you're gonna watch this video as well. His name is Joe Pack. He's a follower on my Instagram, so big shout out to him. So I posted my profit on gold. I think that was maybe earlier this year or sometime last year. I can't remember. Then he sent me a message. He said, "Bro, I know this EA. This EA is called so 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 so." So I'm like, "Yeah. How do you know?" Because I have the same EA. So it turned out to be he also bought the EA from the same guy, and he's also in the same group. Because the guy that sold the EA created the group, so it was we both in the group. So it turned out to be we have the same EA because it could tell from the result that it was the person that made me learn how to use this EA the right way because I was completely using the EA the wrong way. And when I asked him, he said he's been using the EA for about 2 years. So meaning this guy was consistent using the EA. So he explained everything to me, and I got to I then learned how the EA works, and since then I've been using the EA perfectly well. So everything that taught me would be the same thing I'm going to talk to you about today anyway. So, Joe Pack, thank you. So, yeah. So, he made me understand how the EA works, the reality of the EA, the strategy. He explained the strategy to me, and that's how we became friends. So, we constantly speak on the phone on EAs. And I think he's also in Malik's group as well, because he also got a Pips pilot. So, the reason why I said the EA is the most profitable EA I've used is because I've made on one of my accounts, I made about 40% on on Pips Pilot in a month. And also I have passed one FTMO challenge with the account. And I'm currently on another FTMO account, which is about £2,000 in profit, $2,000 in profit as we speak. So, like I said, I use this very well. So now, anyway, enough of this talk. I've been talking for about almost 15 minutes. So let's get to work. So, um, once you have this EA, the first thing you're gonna do is you need to make a decision if you want to run your EA on your computer or you want to run it on a VPS. So some of you guys might not know what VPS is. VPS means virtual virtual private server, I think. So it is that is because sometimes when you run your EA on your MT4 on your computer and you switch off your computer, the EA is gonna stop working. But if you run your EA on a VPS and you switch off your computer, the EA is still going to be running. And that's because you're running your MT4 and EA on a different system. Although it is on your computer, but it is on a different system somewhere else. Okay. So I always advise people to use VPS, and also with VPS, you can also control VPS on your mobile. So once you download the app, you can control your mobile MT4, not the mobile app, but you can control your system, the server on your phone. You can switch it off, you can switch it on your phone as well, and also on your computer. So if you want to get your VPS, I will suggest well, I've always bought my VPS only from one website. So I would say you should get it from, because that's where I use, from Forex VPS.pro, Forex VPS.pro. That's where I get my EA from. So let's see. I think my internet is okay, so Forex VPS dot pro. Okay, their website is down. It's a shame. It's done at the moment. It's been doing that since yesterday because I bought a VPN. But anyways, you go on it. So I would suggest you pick the cheapest plan, which is about $8 or so. So once you've bought the $8 the plan, they will send you some login details, okay, in your email. So once you have the login details in your email, I would say go on YouTube, because I don't want to start teaching you how to install VPS, because you can get it on YouTube. So what we're gonna do now is this here. How to install of how to install VPS. So how to install VPS. So if you using Windows, you might want to watch this one. But if you're using a MacBook, you might want, yeah, this one here. And if you're using a MacBook, I would suggest, because I saw a video for Mac, you might just put on MacBook. So for Mac, um, let me say Forex. Yes. Okay, this one. So how to log into your VPS using a MacBook. So check the title is from Forex VPS. Check this title, and you you should be able to sort it out if you're using MacBook, right? With this one. But if you're using Windows, you might want to use the previous. Might want to go back and check the previous previous video. So let's see if it's back. Okay, but we're gonna come back to this one while we continue. So they're gonna send you your login details into your email address. Then you set it up. Then if you use a MacBook, you need to download something called a Microsoft Remote Desktop. You're gonna get that from the video anyways. So now this is my VPS, and I'm gonna come here. So this is a completely this although this is my computer, but this MT4 is running on a different computer elsewhere. As you can see, this is Windows, right? So that is what you're gonna get if you're using VPS. So now I've already downloaded FTMO on um on my VPS. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold on for a minute. Okay, so now this is MT4. So this is the EA on my desktop. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna copy this EA. So I'm assuming by now you've set up your VPS, you've set up your VPS, you've downloaded, because when you get a VPS, you're gonna have a completely a brand new system. So you're gonna have to go to here, you're gonna have to go to Explorer and download Google Chrome, okay? Because I prefer to use Google Chrome. So once you've downloaded Google Chrome, you can then download your MT4, whatever broker you're using, download your MT4. Once you have your MT4 here, you then you should have the EA. So you copy the EA, you copy it, then you open your MT4 file, your MT4 is it app, or what am I gonna call it? Then from here you come to file, you come to open data folder, come to open data folder. Um, where is it? Open data folder. This system is slow, very slow. So open data folder, then you come to MQL4. This system is very slow. So from MQL4, you go to experts. Okay. Then now you're in expert, then you're gonna paste the you paste the EA here. Paste it. So now we have the pips pilot EA inside the expert. Then you close this. So once you've closed it, then you come, either you close the MT4 and relaunch it, or you come to expert advisor, you right click, then you refresh. So once you have refreshed or close it, then under expert advisors, you're gonna have the pips pilot here. Okay. So what you want to do then is you want to then drag it to your chart. Okay. So you're gonna see this right here. Then you're gonna go to common. You're gonna make sure you click allow live trading. If you do not click allow live trading, the EA is not gonna work. Okay, so you click allow live trading, allow DLL import, then you click OK. Okay. Now, once you've clicked OK, the entire template on this chart is gonna change. But then we go to for me personally, I like to use 5 minutes. Okay, but the thing is, you can decide on what time frame you want to use based on your strategy. Okay, I think 1 minute opens a lot of trade. Five opened a lot as well, but not as much as 1 minute. Then 15, 30. So you decide what time frame you want to use. But personally, I use 5 minutes. Sometimes I switch it up as well because I'm using the EO on MT4 on FTMO. So I don't want my trade to be the same as somebody else. So maybe today I might use 5 minutes, tomorrow I might use 10, the day after tomorrow I might use 1 minute. I try to switch it up. I try to be creative with the EA. So now we have this on the we have the people's pilot on the empty FTMO server, but I expect this thing to change. I think because the system is slow or something. Let me close it and relaunch it. Then we're gonna check if the Forex VPS website is back. Okay, it hasn't changed. Right. Anyways, so we're gonna leave it on 5 minutes right now, right? So what we're now gonna do is this. I'm going to trade. As you guys can see, I said to you guys, I'm also working on another FTMO challenge. So this is my second FTMO challenge. This one is currently 102,000 in profit. I think the target is 10%, so I'm going to 10,000. So now, if you want to go back to the properties, I mean the EA settings, you see this smiley on the right top right of your chart. You click it, you double click it. You can see allow live trading, allow the LLM pod, and if you go to input, this is where you have all your settings. Okay, so this is where you customize your EA how you want it to work. Okay, you can build your own strategy with this settings. Okay, and the thing is, if you are using this EA on your own personally funded account, you have no problems. Okay, because it is your money. But if you're using this EA on a prop firm, you have to be careful. And that is because we all know prop firm is a business, okay? Nobody wants to pay you money. They don't want to pay you money. And that's because they're making money from people failing challenges. So they will always do everything in their power to come up with stories why they shouldn't pay you. So prop firms don't like copy trading, which in my opinion shouldn't be a problem because I've paid for the challenge, then I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do. But because they're scared, if people are doing copy trading, there might be a very, very good trader or maybe a very, very good EA out there that everybody's copying from and they're all making profits. So they don't like copy trading. Right. So if you're using a prop firm, it is very important that you customize your settings based on your own risk tolerance, appetite. You build your own strategy basically. Okay. So you can do everything right here in your input. Okay. So also I think there's also one thing I want to remind you guys of. Also be creative with the EA, okay? Don't use default, right? Try to switch things up so it's different. There are so many ways I switch up my own FTMO, which I'm going to show you. But please, guys, don't do exactly what I did. You can do exactly what I did, but don't use the same pair or the same time frame and copy exactly what I'm doing. It's not going to make sense, okay? So the good thing about this EA is this. People always say that the EA is they don't like it because it's risky. It's because people are greedy. Okay, like I said, there is no perfect EA out there. EAs are programs that are written to do specific tasks in the market. People just don't know how to manage their risk effective. They want to make big money in a short space of time. Now, so this is how the EA works. Before the good thing about the EA is this: it has a lot of features that will help you manage your trade. Features like a news filter, meaning when I don't think Malik has put this out, but I have it. He gave it to me, but I don't think he has given it to people yet. I think he plans to give it out to people as from next week or so. But I believe it has like a news filter, um, um, equity protector, which we're going to talk about one after the other. So now, before anything, I'm going to pick up the features one after the other. So this is for news filter, right? The currency, whatever. Okay, and you leave this strategy the way it is. Leave this one the way it is. Multiplicator. Because the way the EA works is this: it's gonna continue to open trades all the time. So what it does is this: when you switch on the EA, which I'm gonna show you, when you switch on the EA, it's gonna pick a trade, and using the default setting, right? The default setting, the take profit is 30. 30 doesn't mean 30 pips. 30 here means 3 pips, okay? 40 means 4 pips, 50 means 5 pips, 100 means 10 pips. So right here it says 30, it means 3 pips, right? So once it takes the trade, it's going to take the profit when it gets to 3 pips in profit. So when it gets to 3 pips in profits, it's going to close that trade, then open another one. So when the other one also gets to 3 pips in profit, it's going to close it again, then open another one. So every time a trade gets in profit, it's going to close it and open another one. That's if the market is going in your direction. Okay. But then in a situation whereby the EA is buying, but market is selling, and it's not getting to 3 pips. So this is what is going to happen. We have something called um step size. So step size is 70, right? It means 7. So if the EA is buying, but market is selling, that means you're going to be in drawdown. So as the EA is going against you, when it gets to 7 pips against you, it's going to open another trade. So you have the power to customize this step size to whatever pips you want. You can make it 15 pips. If you make it 15 pips, it means after 15 pips in drawdown, it's going to open another trade in the same direction. So if you continue to go in drawdown, it's going to continue to open a trade after the value you put in the step size. But now this is the catch. We have something called a multiplicator, okay? So the multiplicator here says 1.6. So let's say the EA opens a trade now and it goes 7 pips against you, right? It's going to open another one. Now, when it opens another one, it's going to multiply. Oh, before I go there, there's something we call lot size. Where is it? There's something we call where is it? Starting lot. It's called starting lot or constant. I think the previous version is constant lot or something, but this one is saying starting lot. So if you put your starting lot to be 0.25, so when it opens a trade at first, it's going to open 0.25. So when it goes, let's say your step size is 7 pips. So when it goes 7 pips against you, it then gonna multiply the the lot size, the constant lot, by the value you put here, which is the multiplier, which is what? Which is 1.6. So the new lot size is going to open after 7 pips in drawdown is going to be 0.25 times 1.6. So it's going to be 0.40. So the second trade is going to open is going to be 0.40. If that one also goes, let's say 7 pips, whatever value you put in your step size, if it goes, let's say 7 pips against you again, then it's going to multiply that 0.40 again by 1.6 again. So that's going to be 0.40 times 1.6. So the next trade is gonna open is gonna be 0.64. If that one also goes against you 7 pips again, then 0.64 is also gonna multiply by 1.6 again. So it's gonna continue to go like that if you continue to go in drawdown. Now, this is how the EA makes money. Now, as it is opening bigger lot sizes, the take profit that we have, whatever take profit you use, 3 pips, is going to be moving closer. So the first, second, third trade that it opened will be in drawdown. But any little retracement, the bigger lot sizes that has opened below will go into profit on time. And those ones are going to close in bigger um profits, and it will close the first maybe one or two might close in drawdown or in loss, but the winners, the bigger lot sizes that entered profit quickly, the profit will engulf the smaller lot sizes, and that's how you make money. So sometimes with the EA, the bigger the drawdown you are, the bigger the profits you make. But the problem is that people, when they see drawdown, they start panicking. But the thing is, the EA does not use stop loss, but we also have something called equity protector. So if you have a 100K account, maybe you have, let's say, a funded account, a 100K funded account, and you know that with a funded account, or maybe you're doing a challenge, your maximum daily drawdown is 5%, which is 5,000. You can then set your total equity protector to 4,000, meaning whenever that trade is in $4,000 in drawdown, it should close all the trade and accept the loss. So the equity, this total equity risk in USD is like a stop loss. Okay, so what I like to do, I like to use maybe 3.5% or 4% of my total balance as my stop loss, which is like the equity protector. So a lot of people always cry, but the EA doesn't have stop loss, but this is your stop loss, okay? Just the way if you're trading manually, you have a 100K account and you're risking 2% per trade or 1%. Let's say you're risking 1% per trade. 1% is what? $1,000. And maybe something happens, market is not in your favor, and you have 4 or 5 losing streaks in a row. That is also four to $5,000 in loss, right? It's exactly the same thing here. Okay. So I would suggest you guys to always put like maybe 3.5, 4%, 4.5% of the total equity as in put the value inside your equity protector. So when the market is running against you, um you're in the drawdown, it's going to protect your account from losing so much money. So always remember to use this equity protector. Couple days ago, my first FTMO challenge, I was about 107,000, and all of a sudden market continued to go against me, and I was not home. But the fact that I use equity protector, I set my equity protector as a 3 point no 4.5%. So as market got to 4,000, another 4,004, 4,005 in drawdown, it accepted the loss for me, and it closed all the trades. But the good thing, I was still in profit, so I had to start again the next day. So don't be scared to accept the loss. Drawdowns will come. One thing I know for a fact is drawdown will always come. Like I said, market is dynamic. It will not always go in your favor. But the thing is, what do you put in place? What have you put in place to protect you just in case market is going against you and you're in big drawdown? So there are several things you can do to protect yourself, which is number one, when you're in a big when the market is going against you and you're in a big drawdown, or you can see that this thing is market is buying, but EA is selling, right? It's going against you. What you can do to manage the trade is this. You can then come back to your settings. What you do is then reduce the multiplicator, meaning as you reduce the multiplicator, any new trade EA is going to open, the lot size won't be big, because the bigger the multiplicator, the bigger when it multiplies. So you might want to take a note. You might want to take note and remember this. If you want to manage your drawdown, reduce the multiplier here. Reduce the multiplier, and also you might want to increase the step size. So let's say you put your step size to be 70, which is 7. If you then increase it, I'm just giving random numbers. So if you then increase it to 15, it means that it won't be opening trade after 7 pips anymore. It will be opening trade after 15 pips, meaning you're buying time. So it's not going to be opening trade as often as it should be opening. And also because you've also reduced the multiplier, so meaning after 15 pips and it multiplies again, it won't be big lot size. So you won't get in big drawdown. So remember, if you want to manage your drawdown, reduce your multiplier and increase your step size. So that is one way of you managing drawdown. And also always use equity protector. Okay, so if you want to use equity protector, you have two options. Make sure it's on true, then put it. If it's on false, it won't work. So make sure it's on true. Sorry, here it's on true. Then you set it. Okay. Then you also have this daily target. I think I've not used it before, so you might want to. This one works in percentage. So this one works in percentage. I think if you might want to set your daily target to be, let's say, when the EA has made 5%, 2%, always uh, accept the profits and move on. Okay, so we have daily target here as well, and also start time and end time. You can also set this to true or false. I like it to be on false, to be honest, because I just prefer it to be on false. Okay. And this as well, magic number, this is like a unique identifier, okay, to make your EA different from somebody else. So set this one to be anything, maybe your birthday, something unique to you, okay? Right. Maximum orders. I don't like to use this one. Okay, because I like to give the I like to give EA breathing space. If you put maximum orders, it means when it gets to 18 orders, it should not take any more orders. But it's your choice. You can do that to protect yourself if you want to. So when it gets to 18, you can choose to put whatever you want to put, maybe 50, 100, or whatever. So you can do that. Okay, let's say 60. So when it gets to 60 orders, and then you shouldn't open anymore. Okay. We've talked about step size. If market is going against you, it's going to open to the after 7 pips, but this is default. Okay. You can set it to be on my own personal account, personal funded account, right? I would prefer to use 7 pips. But because this is default setting, but on FTMO, I constantly change it, okay? Because I know a lot of people are using default settings, and I don't want FTMO to flag me for having the same trade as somebody else. So sometimes I use 8, 7.5, 8.59. Maybe on Monday I might use 7. On Tuesday I might use 8. On Wednesday I might use 6. On Thursday I might use 12. I constantly change my settings. Okay. Stop loss. I don't advise stop loss, right? Because for the EA to work, you have to let it. You have to give it breathing space. But me personally, I gave Malik this idea to hard stop loss, and I got this idea from this guy that I said taught me how to use this robot. Then I was using the Axel EA, the one I said we bought, right? And I was using FTMO that time. So he said, do I know how to make sure my trade is different from other people? I was like, yeah, I always change my settings. I was like, let me give you another tweak. Use stop loss sometimes, okay? But put your stop loss somewhere far away that market will never get to in 100 years. And that is because if I do that, if I put my trade 10,000 pips, if I put 10,000 pips as my stop loss, it means it's going to show on my MT4 that I'm using stop loss, but market will never get there. But a lot of people will not use 10,000 pips. Some people might not even use stop loss. So it's going to make my own trade different. So when FTMO or MFF see my trade, they will see, even if I have the same settings, the same trade as somebody else, they will see that, oh, trader A and trader B, they have the same trade, but trader A is not using stop loss. But trader B is using stop loss. It means their trade is different. Maybe they're just using similar settings. But stop loss might just make our trade different. Okay, so I like to use stop loss, but I put it like 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 20,000 pips away, just to make my trade different. So you might put true or false as well. You can decide. So if it's on false, it won't work. But if you put it on true, it's gonna work. Then you put the value, whatever you want to put there. Okay. So that is that with that. So take profit, you know that already. And also maximum entries per day. I don't like to use this, honestly. I don't like to use it, but you might, because if you put 10, because the EA, the bigger the drawdown, sometimes the more profits you make. Because like I said, when they start multiplying and the stop loss, the take profit start moving closer, any little retracement, the bigger lot size will go in profits and close, and the profit will engulf the smaller one. So I don't like to use it. The thing is, as long as you're using equity protector, okay, you have nothing to worry about, because you might be trading manually and lose seven. Somebody told me some time ago that he had 15, 15 losses in a row. So if you're risking 1% of your account and you have a 100K account, that's 15,000. So why not just use equity protector and put it on maybe 4%? You decide maybe 4%, maybe 5%. If you're using a prop firm, I would say not 5% because you have limit. So I would say maybe 4% or 4.5. If you're using your own money, personal money, you can do whatever you want to do. Okay. So as long as you're using equity protector, I feel like you should let the EA breathe. Okay, if the equity protector get triggered, then start again the next day. Build your account back up. And sometimes with the EA, the good thing about it is that sometimes in a week you might be making constant profits every day. For me, my account that I made 41% in like a month, I was constantly making profits. So when Jordan came and I lost 4.5%, I had already made profit. So I just lost a little bit from the profits I already made. Okay, so as long as you have equity protector, you're fine. So now let me talk to you guys about how to customize your trade to make it a little bit more different. So what I do is this again. Okay, when I have Euro USD on my chart like this, right, and because a lot of people are using Euro USD, but the thing is, you can use whatever currency pair you want to use. The reason why a lot of people like to use Euro USD is because of they have a low spread, so which helps the bot to make profit. But the EA works better when market is consolidating in a range box. So this is my observation. Okay, if you want to make profits, it's better when market is consolidating because it will be going up, coming down, and it's going to be getting to profit, take profit on time, closing, getting take profit on time, closing. Even if even if you're in a little bit of drawdown, it will correct itself because it's going back and forth in a box. So you might want to look for a currency pair that is currently consolidating at that moment, then trade it. Okay, but the bad thing is if market is buying, market is selling, and okay, let's say okay, let me go on my chart for real quick. Let me show you guys something real quick. If you look at this trading view, if you look at this right here, let's say we have this support here, right? And around this level here, the EA is selling, and market is going up. That means you're going to continue to be in drawdown as it continues to go up. So sometime before I switch on my EA, if I'm trading gold or EU, for example, and I come here and I see that market is at a support, and I see that instead of me switching on the EA, and I believe from my technical analysis that this is a strong support, it's going to continue to go until it gets to, let's say, this level here. I wouldn't want to run my EA like this here. What I would prefer to do is another way, or another way that I use the EA. I then come to my EA. I'm not asking you to do it, but you might want to do it as well. I then come to my EA. Okay, I come to the smiley here. I come to common. Then I come here. Then I say long only, meaning buy only. So this way, the E is not going to sell at all. Okay, it's not going to sell at all. It's just going to continue to buy. So what's going to happen is this: when the trade is going up, when it gets to half every three pips or whatever you put, it's going to be closing, opening that one, and it's going to be closing because you're on the buy only. If you're here and you believe that this is going to sell, your choice. You can put it on, come back to your EA and put it on short only. I mean, it's gonna sell only, it's not gonna buy. But if market is consolidating, let's say like this, and you just want the EA to do its thing, like like all this consolidation here, you might put it on long and short, right? Because it's gonna go back and forth, and you're gonna make good profits when market is consolidating. So the E is always good to use when the market is consolidating. But like I said, don't forget, guys. Whenever you're in a big drawdowns will come. It is very important for you to understand. Drawdown will always come. But the question you need to ask yourself is this: am I using a lot size that will allow me to survive if the drawdown comes? That is why you have to make sure that when you're using this EA, you don't start your lot size, your starting lot size, you don't make it something too big. Because remember, when you're in drawdown, it's going to continue to multiply. So if you have a $1,000 account and you start your lot size with one lot size, remember, if that one lot size goes in drawdown and it opens another one, it's going to multiply that one lot size by whatever value. Let's say you have 1.5, it's going to multiply that by 1.5. So, and that 1.5 is going to continue to trade. And when that goes against you in the Jordan again, that 1.5 is also going to multiply. So your account will not survive. Okay. So it is important for you to start with a lot size that is low, and also also going to help you when you start multiplying. So when you start multiplying, you won't be in a massive drawdown. So on my own FTMO challenge that I'm doing, on my FTMO challenge, my starting lot size, because it's a 100K account, my starting lot size is 0.30, 0.30. Okay, so 0.30. So I know that if I am in like a 50 pips, 60 pips drawdown, I still can survive it. Okay. Sometimes I use 0.20. Like I said, I always customize my trade. Sometimes I use 0.20 today, I use 0.30, I use 0.35, 0.31. I try to just switch it up. Okay. So the thing is, the EA is not a risk to reward EA, it's a compounding EA. It's not like manual trading, you risk 1,000 to get 5,000. No, it's not like that. It will continue to compound. Little profits will continue to compound and compound and compound and compound. The most important thing is ask yourself, am I using a lot size that will allow my account to survive if I am in a drawdown? If you have a $500 account, you should never use nothing less than 0.01. You should never use nothing more than 0.01, because when you use 0.01 and you're in drawdown, it's going to multiply 0.02, 0.04. So let it start small and grow, grow like that. And if you have like a $500 account, you might want to use little multiplier. Okay, you use 0.01, then your multiplier should be maybe like 1.1, 1.2, 1, maybe, or maybe 0 point something. But don't go and use two multiplier, 3 point something. Now that's too much. So make sure your multiplier is not huge, and adjust your step size as well. Okay, so that's very important. So this is how I've been able to use my EA profitably without issues. I use equity protector. I use when I'm in a big drawdown, I reduce my multiplier and increase my step size, and I manage it. And if it gets to my daily equity, maximum equity that I'm happy to lose, it will close all the trade. Remember, when it closes the trade, it will switch off the bot. So you have to switch off the bot by yourself. Okay. So another way that I use to mix my trade is this, to make my trade different from yours. So I trade Euro USD as well, but I mix it with other pairs. As you can see here, we have Euro CHF. So what normally do is this. I have Euro USD already. Then I will go to, let's say, GBP USD. I will right click. I will add new chart. Okay. I'm going to come chart window. So now I have GBP USD next to my Euro USD. So I will drag the EA on this one as well. So once I have the EA here, then the purpose of me having this GBP USD is not to make money like that really. It's just for me to because it's prop firm. So if I'm trading prop firm, that means I have bigger capital. So I will just put it on 0.01. Okay, put it on 0.01 and use like small multiplier and big, or I don't know. I decide on the step side, doesn't matter. Okay. So what's gonna happen is, as Euro USD is opening, GBP USD is also opening. because a lot of people don't do that. So it's gonna be mixing those two trades. Sometimes I might have Euro USD, GBP USD, or maybe USD ZAR, or USD Singapore dollar. I just mix it up. So my trade will definitely be different from somebody else. And on top of that, I will also use stop loss. So that way my trade are mixing. So on this one, I think I had I mixed my trade with Euro CHF, AUD USD, and Euro USD. As you can see, my AUD USD 0.01, Euro CHF 0.01. But if you check my where's my where's my but on my Euro USD, it was like maybe 0.35 or 0.30 or whatever. Okay, so this is the FTMO challenge I'm currently working on, £2,000 in profit, and I hope to pass it as soon as possible. So I like to mix the trades to make my trader unique. So before I go, I need you guys to understand something. This EA works. If you blow your account, it's on you. The reason why I'm making this video is because, like I said, a lot of you guys don't come with realistic expectations. You guys are looking for get rich quick scheme. You guys think because something is robot, you just let it do whatever you want. No, it needs human intervention. If you cannot do all of these things, honestly, you have no business trading forex. Okay, you should probably be doing something else. Okay, and for me to take my time to explain this, I'm doing this because I want to protect you guys from crying and blow you guys account. A lot of my followers, you guys are Nigerians, and I know what it's like to make money. I understand the economy, the rate of unemployment, how everyone is trying to survive, you know. And it would be a shame if you guys work so hard to buy the EA, fund your account, or buy challenge, and you still end up blowing your account. So I don't want that to happen, and that is why I decided to make this video for you guys. So remember, guys, the EA is not a risk to the word EA. The question you have to ask yourself is, am I using a lot size that will make my account survive if drawdown comes? Because drawdown will always come. You cannot avoid it. It will definitely come. So are you prepared for when it comes? And also have the mind to be able to accept the loss when the drawdown comes by using equity protector. Okay, if you like, you might not want to use equity protector. Maybe you want to watch, you want to be active on your computer and you're watching closely. It's up to you. But sometimes you might not be around and you need something to protect you from losing so much money. So this is how I've been able to use this EA. Honestly, like I said, for me, it's the most profitable I've ever used. Not because it's the best thing in the world, because I know how to use it very well. I have realistic expectations. I follow proper risk management. I have made 40. I made 41% on this EA on a 100K on a 100K account, right? And this also I've used it for my challenge. I passed one challenge. I'm currently on this is the current challenge I'm working on, and yeah. Okay, so if you guys wanna get the EAs, I will put the link to. If you're new and watching this video for the first time, because I think I'm going to post on YouTube for other people that might want to pick up one or two from it, you will find Malik's link in the description. You can get it from there. And also, if you want to pass your challenge, you can also help you with that, with HFT or whatnot. Then I believe I've done my best. Okay, so I don't want to go because I just want to keep repeating. So if you're in a big drawdown, two things: increase your step size, reduce your multiplicator. Don't start with a big lot size, and always I would advise you guys to start with demo account first. Okay, start with demo account, get used to the EA, and yeah, that's fine. But if you guys want another EA that trades, price action that has stop loss um that you can that can trade market the way manual trading does, meaning it's risk to reward. If you put a stop loss, it will get to when it gets to 2 to 1 in profits, it will close the trade. When it gets to 1 to 1 in profit, it will move stop loss to break even for you. And that one is profit taker. You can also speak to Malik as well. He can